Time for some Toy Tuesday. Looks like Dan is here and ready to go. Looks like I got a few of you on here ready to go and ready to get into tonight's chat. Gonna check out some cool Corvette pieces tonight. I picked these up at an antique show here, about a month ago. So I've been laying around ready to get into these tonight. So been busy, lots of things happening. I'm gonna try to go to Minden tomorrow. Been trying for 3 months. I'm hoping it works out. So we'll give it a few more seconds here, get their notifications, know that we are on and ready to go. We're going to dig into these Corvette pieces. So kind of some different stuff, but I think it's pretty cool and some stuff you don't see very often. We'll start off with a model kit, then we're going to get into a ZR-1 owner's kit. I hadn't seen one, but I thought it was super cool. I think you guys might like it as well. So anyway, we'll go ahead and start digging through this stuff, see what you guys think. First off, we're going to do a model kit. 50 Chevrolets here. The all-new Corvette, so I'm assuming that this is going to be a 1968 era model because it is that body style. Neil's here, Randy's on. And part of the reason I bought this was because of a sign on the box. So Frank's here. The all-new Corvette. Holy cow, the floodgates just opened. Bill's on here. Bill Disk is here. Randall the Nut Farm. Brian Dispatch. JP's here. I got whatever clips would come off, Brian. I don't know how many there are, but whatever didn't break is in there. So, but actually this has a newer style door handle, so got to be a little bit newer than that. Johnny Z's here. Now, the reason that I got excited about this kit was because of this right here. The Chevrolet Sports Department logo, because I've got that sign, that actual dealership showroom sign hanging in the office. So it's kind of dumb, but I thought that was cool, and that's what got me excited about this kit. Build it one of three ways: stock, custom, or drag. Same picture on that side. Number one's here. Yep, they were company cars for the astronauts. Optional 3 deuces, which would have been stock. Weber's with stacks, supercharger, all kinds of cool ideas in these old kits. So let's bust it open and take a look inside of it. Now, the car has been somewhat assembled. Peter from Down Under's here. Weston's on. So somebody started on the car and didn't do it any favors, really. Building it in a stock configuration with different wheels. Didn't even paint the engine or anything when they did it. There are still pieces on the tree here, the stock wheels. And they put all the rest of the stuff in a baggie. So there's a lot of the extra parts. There's the front bumper. But there again, the reason I wanted it, just like Bill just asked, there it is. There's the actual Chevrolet Sports Department decal, as well as the decals for the kit. So that's what I thought was cool. Didn't really need it, but it matched my sign, and I got excited about it. So, there's the first Corvette piece for tonight. And we've got one more that is really neat. ZR-1. Obviously, when the ZR-1 came out, that was a pretty big deal. And this was an original owner's kit for a ZR-1. I mean, they were an exotic engine. They were fast. Nothing else like them. This is an original owner's kit that would have come with the car. So let's open it up. And it came with a book, And in the book, pretty cool piece. Scanning that decal and custom into a nobody's membership decal. That's actually kind of not a bad idea. But this ZR-1 owner's kit, obviously a lot of neat stuff in the book. Obviously some great pictures. Forward from GM. Obviously the exotic engine those cars had. A lot of details about the ZR-1. The engine, the gearbox. So these were a pretty big deal when these came out. No, I do not have a ZR-1. The only Corvette that I own is actually right over there in the corner. I've got an 84 over there that I've had since high school. The decal's worth about 40 bucks. Holy cow. So no, the only Corvette I have is an old 84 that I bought in high school. Dad's got some, but he doesn't have any ZR-1s either. He's got a 57, I think a 94 coupe, and a 96 collector's edition roadster. I think he's got 3 of them. But no, do not own any ZR-1s. So this kit I may end up selling because I really don't have any particular use for it other than the fact that I remember them when these cars came out. That's when I was really big into Corvettes in the early 90s. I bought mine, the one that's over there in the corner right now, in 91, I think. So so this is kind of the time when I was really getting into these. Now, another interesting thing about this kit, as we get into it a little further, is the jacket, this leather binder for the ZR-1. And it's just a folder. But it actually has the owner's name and the VIN number of the car this was assigned to on the leather jacket. So I don't know if this car still exists. I would imagine it probably does. But there is actually a car that this out there somewhere, maybe if it's still around, for this particular kit. So what else was in here? The VHS tape, the VHS information tape for your new 1990 Corvette ZR-1. And it is still there. Let's see, what's it cover? Corvette design, Corvette engineering, instrument panel, warning lights, driver information center, supplemental inflatable restraint system, light controls, Corvette powertrain, driver maintenance, power accessories, heating and cooling, sound system, removable roof panel, removing a spare tire, and appearance and care. All detailed on your VHS tape for your new Corvette ZR-1. This still has the Corvette emergency key in packet. And I don't know, some of you guys probably remember these. These were just a GM blank key that you can, in plastic, that you could like carve to match your other key. So it's just a blank. You can see it's just perfectly straight across there. But you could make them, file them to match your key in an emergency. So it's not really good for anything other than the fact that it is still here, which is really cool. Another little booklet on the ZR-1 for 1990. This is a smaller book. If it will cooperate. The driver's manual. All the specifics about the car. It actually bound. It is a hardback with a soft type cover book for your ZR-1. Nice little tray specifically for that book. And one more really cool piece in here. The original, it's Velcroed in there, Corvette ZR-1 keychain. Jeff's here. So, spring-loaded, goldish colored ZR-1 keychain, still brand new in the owner's kit. Has a little piece of Velcro on the back of this, and that's how it actually was attached in the kit. And all this stuff was laid out inside this display box for the new ZR-1 owner. 73 Buick Man's here. So kind of a cool piece. Something kind of different. Kind of crazy to think that was 35 years ago that the ZR-1 came out. Kind of groundbreaking for its time. Getting somewhat exotic with the Corvette and really trying to make a performer back out of it after the 80s kind of sucked a lot of life out of the Corvette. That the ZR-1 kind of came back with a vengeance to try and just put some life back into the brand, so to speak. So those are the few pieces I had laid out for tonight. Like I said, it's been kind of a bonkers type of day. But we had some exciting things happen today that we'll be talking about Sunday night. So I didn't get a lot ready for tonight, but I figured those couple of pieces were definitely worth checking out. So anyway, and real quick while I've got you guys on, just in case, addresses: Randy Weiniger, Mark Hunt, and Daniel Ushin. I've got payments on all of you guys. Peter says do the title sign. Okay, we'll catch that. All three of these have, and Randy, I know I'm not worried about you. I've got you on this stack. But Daniel Ushin, and Mark Hunt, I've got your payments on auction stuff. Between the D's here, but I do not have shipping addresses. So if you can get those to me, I'll get that stuff on the way to you. Tie-all sign. We want to squeeze in the tie-all. So let's go take a look at the tie-all sign before we wind things up tonight. So we'll head over here towards this back corner, and we'll see if we can kind of prop the phone up enough where you can get a decent look at the tie-all. All right, let's see what we can do here. This tie-all is single-sided tin painted embossed. It does have some paint loss on the surface ahead, but that is an all original painted embossed sign. I don't think that Flying A was embossed, but I think the surface ahead was, if I remember correctly. So we can get maybe around the back of it. You can see there's nothing on the back, but it is a good looking sign. The Flying A, very nice and crisp on it. Fortunately, the paint loss, if you've got to have paint loss, I'd much rather have it on the surface ahead than right there on the tied-all Flying A. I got that sign, like I said, with the package sign from Robbie Wolf. We stopped by his place one time, and those were laying there. He had just had them come in, so I ended up buying both of those from him, I think on the same day, actually. So, not a bad pair. It was kind of a pricey stop, obviously, but a pretty nice pair of signs. So I hope you guys could get a good look at it. It's a ways up there, so it was a little bit tricky. But I hope you guys got a good look at the tied-all Flying A. because it is a great looking sign. Definitely a nice piece. So anyway, hope everybody's having a great week. We'll get ready to go ahead and wind things down here. Let me check comments. I seen some popping up while I was back there and couldn't read them. So Peter loves it. Nut Farm had sunglasses on. So, yeah. Oh, awesome. Sounds great, Randy. Randy's got some sketches for us. That is super cool. No problem, Randy. The model is in the box, but somebody started to put it together. Yes, the clean restrooms, that's actually a mobile sign. Those actually had a Pegasus on the corner of them originally. So, but we can talk about that on another time. Just remind me what we want to do next week. We want to try to catch some signs on that stuff. So, no big deal, Randy. I just wanted to mention that while we were doing it. I know you're not worried about it, but I don't like sitting here with a bunch of stuff here that I can't ship. So, anyway, we'll get her figured out. So, like I said, I'm going to try to go to Minden tomorrow. Unless something goes wonky, my plan is to get to Minden tomorrow, do those car adoptions, do some content, donate all the money that you guys have raised for Pioneer Village for their new Adopt a Car program. They're making so many different strides. I talked to Will yesterday. Some great things happening. Lots of new things to talk about. And so we'll see what they've got going on up there and looking forward to getting up there. It's going to be a quick trip up and back, but that's about all. I've been trying to squeeze it in for 3 months now, and I just basically have to get it done. So shooting for that tomorrow. We got some more new content coming up. I shot some new videos today. Some pretty interesting stuff. We got the 49 Buick shot today. Shot a 41 Chevy pickup. Did a couple of big internationals, and this is going to be an interesting video. Like a box of trivia prizes. We haven't done trivia in a year. Now, this is stuff that's paid for. That's already paid for, that is in the box ready to ship, that I've already been paid for, that I need to get on the way to people. But I did a video on a couple of internationals, some KB7s. And we're going to kind of take that one in a little bit different twist. I'm curious to see what you guys think of it. Because I actually read a book. You know, I read a lot of books. I read a lot of World War II history. And I read a book that tied specifically KB7s to this very, very interesting and almost unknown story about a top secret World War II project. And KB7s were an integral part, KB7s and KB8s. I don't have any KB8s, but it specifically mentioned KB7s. So I had to tie that story in. Perfect, number one. Sounds good. So like I said, it's kind of drug out a little bit by the time I got through the story, but it really, really hit home as to what a lot of these trucks meant to these guys back in the day when they were out there making things happen. So kind of interesting. Top secret World War II mission that involved KB7s and KB8s, and they were an integral part of it. So it's a pretty cool story. I hope you guys will like it. And you may want to even pick up the book yourself. So that we've got that one shot. It'll be coming out. Got a lot of cool stuff coming in, a lot of cool stuff hitting the ground. So we'll be working on all that content as well. But with that, I'm going to get ready to wrap this thing up. We'll get a few more of those new videos up yet this week. And I hope all of you guys have a great week. And we just hope to see you all right back here Sunday evening, 7 o'clock Central Time for Sunday Night Live Chat. Have a great week, everybody. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out on Toy Tuesday. And we will see you live Sunday night.